Post Sports Pulse, Trista Crick gets the insight on Andrew Luck's shoulder injury from the Indianapolis Stars' Stephen Holder, who thinks the Colts quarterback will finally be healthy this NFL season. USA Today Sports: be careful what you wish for, LeVeon Bell. That basically sums up the advice Jerome Bettis would offer his fraternity member in the Steelers Brotherhood of grade running backs, with Bell in the midst of another contract standoff. That's the tough part that a lot of guys don't really see. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Unfortunately, it usually takes being on the other side to realize that, because obviously being a principled person, you're so caught up in a scenario, that it's sometimes hard to see some of those issues, Bettis told USA Today Sports. Once you get somewhere, then you realize, uh-oh, I may be in a little trouble here. He speaks from experience. More. FL's Color Rush uniforms are sticking around for 2018 season. More. Patriots owner Robert Kraft visits rapper Meek Mill, pushes for his release from prison. More. Joe Montana, still a little early to crown Jimmy Garoppolo as 49ers savior. Bettis' career started well with the mid-90s Rams. He was Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1993, but the team never won, and his production steadily declined. Bettis was traded to Pittsburgh in 1996 and rekindled what ultimately became a Hall of Fame career. He believes the current Steelers roster, loaded with veteran stars, like Bell, Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger, will lose its championship window within 3 years. A two-time All-Pro and perhaps the NFL's premier multi-threat back, Bell, 26, has exceeded 1,800 yards from scrimmage in 3 of his 5 seasons. But even though he'd earned $14.5 million in 2018 by playing under the franchise tag for a second straight year, Bell hasn't been shy about his desire for a lucrative long-term extension. It's a difficult scenario obviously. Bell's got an understanding of what he feels his value is. The Steelers have what they believe their value is. But I think ultimately, they need to both get in a room and figure this out, because I think neither are as good without each other, Bettis said. Both sides remain in a stalemate, and Bell has vowed not to report for off-season activities or training camp unless the deal is struck. If it doesn't happen, he'll likely report after the preseason and play this fall before becoming a free agent in 2019. I think the Steelers are nowhere near as good a football team without Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon Bell, because of the talent that surround them, allows him to do a lot more than most running backs could ever consider doing. Bettis added, if he was on a different team, they'll put 8 guys in the box. If he lines up wide, they'll double cover him. So, they would do so much to limit him somewhere else. Bettis faced a lot of loaded boxes in his career and still battles after effects of the pounding brought on by 3,479 career rushing attempts, 4th most in league history. Now he's working with Stryker Orthopedics to promote their Get on the Bus contest, encouraging people to visit their physicians while admitting his own fear of going to the doctor, and seeing about my chronic joint pain. Bettis, who will personally drive contest winners to the doctor's office, has already started his own action plan, which includes weight loss. This all brings him back to one final pearl of wisdom for Bell: stay within a fence where 20% of your workload occurs in the far less strenuous pass game. Chuckled Bettis, that's why you don't want to go somewhere else where they're going to force you to carry the ball 425 times. Follow Nate Davis on Twitter at